We want to turn now to our GMA cover story. A lot of you maybe saw this shocking news last night or woke up to it this morning. The tragic death of former Miss USA and Extra correspondent Cheslie Kryst, who died by apparent suicide Sunday morning. We're going to check in with our Dr. Ashton in just a moment to tell you about warning signs and also help for family members who may have lost someone to suicide. But right now, let's check in with ABC News Live anchor Lindsay Davis with the story. Lindsay, good morning to you.
Hey, good morning. This is a tough one, TJ. This is a young woman who showed so much promise, multiple degrees, a beauty pageant winner from a big family in North Carolina, who not only worked on Extra TV, but also worked at a law firm on behalf of prisoners to get them reduced punishments, and she did that for free. But often we just don't know what people are dealing with personally, and yesterday morning she reportedly got up and decided to end it all, jumping to her death from a Manhattan apartment building.
North Carolina.
This morning, immense shock and sorrow after the death of former Miss USA Cheslie Kryst, the 30-year-old apparently dying by suicide. Her devastated family writing in a statement, her great light was one that inspired others around the world with her beauty and strength. She cared, she loved, she laughed, and she shined. Just hours before her death, this photo was posted to Kryst's Instagram with the caption, "May this day bring you rest and peace." Kryst, a highly accomplished attorney with a master's in business from Wake Forest University, represented North Carolina in the Miss USA pageant, crowned the top title in 2019.
Mine is the first generation to have that forward-looking mindset that has inclusivity, diversity, and strength and empowered women.
She appeared on GMA to celebrate a historic win for Black women in the top 4 pageants that year.
I think there are times where I am disappointed because people will sometimes comment on our social media and they'll say, why are we talking about your race? Like, you guys are just 4 amazing women. I'm like, but there was a time when we literally could not win.
She then competed in the Miss Universe competition, placing in the top 10, and went on to be a correspondent on Extra, the entertainment show, issuing a statement saying, "Our hearts are broken. Cheslie was not just a vital part of our show, she was a beloved part of our Extra family and touched the entire staff. Our deepest condolences to all of her family and friends." Cheslie Kryst was 30 years old.
Back in 2019, she posted about mental health on the Miss USA Facebook page, where she wrote that she did a lot to maintain her own mental health, including talking to a counselor. I talked with a good friend of hers last night, and I asked, how would you describe her to people who never had the chance to meet her? And he said, just such a light, genuine, down-to-earth, full of life. TJ.
All right, Lindsay, and I'll pick up on that point there, Dr. Ashton, that we have mutual friends. And yes, I found out from a friend, a colleague of hers, this is what she said about her. She was the person who never had a bad day.
Yeah.
So what warning signs are we supposed to be
Well, I think the first most important thing is if you've lost someone to suicide, this is not your fault. It can be difficult to pick up on these because, again, what's on the surface obviously may not reflect what someone's going through inside. But again, if you can break it down to things they say, ways they behave, and moods that they express. So examples would be, people giving away their possessions and their pets even, stating that they feel that they're a burden or that they're trapped, acting withdrawn, a change in their behavior at work or in a social setting, and then expressing, feelings that they've lost hope and that they're helpless. Those can be some of the warning signs.
What do you do to go about, if you're worried about somebody, what is that first step to help?
The first and most important thing, TJ, is you have to actually ask them, are you having thoughts of suicide or self-harm? This will not put an idea in their head. And if they answer yes, take that seriously. Do not leave them alone. Assure them there's always hope and help. Acknowledge that you can see they're in pain, and if necessary, bring them to an emergency room and get professional help. That is so important. It is scary when someone tells you that they're having these thoughts, but there are professionals that can help you help them.
All right, Dr. Ashton, thank you. It's something you continue to talk about. We'll talk to you more in just a little bit throughout the day here on ABC about it. And folks, we want to know if you are struggling with thoughts of suicide or worried about a friend or loved one, this is where you can get help. The National Suicide Prevention Lifeline at 1-800-273-8255 or text TALK to 741-741. You can visit suicidepreventionlifeline.org. This is free, confidential, emotional support 24 hours a day.
Well, hey there, GMA fans. Robin Roberts here. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Lots of great stuff here. So go on, click the subscribe button right over here to get more of awesome videos and content from GMA every day, anytime. We thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the morning on GMA.